guys, and thank you so much for tuning into my channel. My name is DeLady Designer. We are back with another safari boat ride episode, and in this episode we're going to build a koala and a kangaroo habitat, or actually two kangaroo habitats at both sides of the track. So if you want to stay up to date with this series or any of my other Planet Zoo series, please do make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and please make sure to leave a like at the video because it really does help out my channel. Thank you guys so much in advance. Okay, so we're starting off with the koala habitat right here, and this koala habitat is very small because the koala doesn't really need that much space, and obviously we're going to make it very lush and beautiful with a lot of flowers, bushes and trees, and of course with a lot of rocks. How many rocks do we want? Yes. And I made sure that the boat ride itself has more of a narrow track because I feel like sometimes you have to experiment a little bit and make some variations with the boat ride. Like sometimes it has like more open area, sometimes a more narrow area, and I really liked it to have it a little bit more narrow for the koala section in this case. And also we had to make sure, of course, that the jaguars are not able to reach the koalas. They never probably saw any koalas in their real life. So yeah, we have to make sure that they don't see each other. So also to make sure that the jaguars are not like interested to get over there and eat some cute little koalas, because that is the last thing we want that to happen. And of course, I was really searching for the right trees to make sure that we have a beautiful overhang over the boat ride with the trees and like the branches hanging over a little bit where the koalas could still be able to climb. So yeah, in the end, I ended up with this tree. I have no idea how the name is of the tree, but it looks just really stunning and beautiful, and it's just amazing to see the koalas climbing in that tree and being above the safari boat ride. I think it's just super amazing. So yeah, a very lush but small habitat for the koalas. With a small habitat, you don't really have too much work to do, so that's why I'm going to combine this video with the kangaroo habitat. So the kangaroo habitat will start in a bit, but you will see like the boat ride going through the habitat, and as I mentioned, on the left side and on the right side we have two different habitats for the kangaroos. Now the kangaroos are not really that tropical animals, so they like a more desert, aka more sandy area for the kangaroo. So it still feels tropical, of course, because we are in a tropical biome, but I really tried to add a bit less of plants and stuff and really create a more open area for the kangaroos in this case. And both sides are pretty much the same type of biome and really feels like one habitat, but obviously in this case the kangaroos can't swim. But what I heard is that the kangaroos in real life would be able to swim. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that is what I've heard. But Frontier chose to not have the kangaroos swim in the game, so yeah, that's why I was able to do it like this with two different habitats on both sides. I do have to say, if you don't know yet, this is all streamed on Twitch, so I'm recording this on Twitch, and so yeah, sometimes the footage is maybe a little bit different than you're used to from other series on my channel. But if you want to see this all in a live and slow build, definitely join my Twitch streams. They're a lot of fun, and you can find me on Twitch, DeLady Designer, of course, just like I'm named here, and I stream there 3 days a week, so Monday, Wednesday and Friday most of the time. So definitely come and say hi for change. That will be amazing, of course. And if you just like to see the speed builds on YouTube, well, here you are. You will see it on YouTube, but there's not really a strict planning or anything like once a week or once every 2 weeks. I will upload whenever I am ready with a video, and I just want to also enjoy the live streams with everyone being there, of course. So let me just answer a few questions that I got in the previous Safari Boat Ride episode. One of the questions I get a lot is, will we see a POV of the boat ride? Of course you will see that, but not during the build of the whole boat ride. So I will do a video completely of the POV out of the boat itself when the whole ride is finished. So We're gonna have something that is still a surprise at the end of this series, of course. But in the end of this video, I'm going to show you guys around just like we normally do, of course. So stay tuned for that. And someone else got a really cool suggestion in the comment section. I have a suggestion. I'm not sure what your plan is with the design, but I was thinking, what if you did a crocodile alligator island in the middle of the water? Then they could have a little exhibit space with land and also swim around everywhere and by the boats while the people were still able to ride around and see the other exhibits as well. Just an idea I thought would be cool. Love your work. Thank you so much for the suggestion. I really like the idea of having some kind of saltwater crocodile or maybe a gharial island in the middle and having like a round water section where the boat could drive around. I really do like the idea. I actually didn't think of it. So I'm definitely going to try and do something like that because I just really love that idea. I'm not really sure if I'm going to add any exhibits though towards the whole boat ride. I don't really feel like it really fits, although someone else commented on one of the last videos also like you could do like a cave with like exhibits in there. I do like that idea, but other than that, I'm not really sure. I'm not the biggest fan of the exhibits overall in the game. I think they're just yeah, they're fun for franchise mode to earn some money with, but for me they don't really interest me too much. But that is obviously personal. I'm just more of a fan of the habitat and bigger animals overall in the game. But thank you so much again for that suggestion. I really do like this idea with like an island with crocodiles in the middle and having also a gate probably going through or underneath the ground and having like an entrance in the island itself to make sure that the keepers are still able to reach it. I really am up for that challenge. I really do like that idea. So thank you so much again for that suggestion. So someone else commented, can the keepers go everywhere? The answer to that is no. If you look at the capuchin monkey habitat as an example, you have 3 different islands, with one island being able to reach for the keepers, but the other 2 islands are not able to be reached by the keepers. So I think the poop just vanishes. It's also sandbox mode. So no one is complaining in this sandbox series that the habitats aren't clean or anything. But I have the feeling that somehow Frontier made sure that if the keepers are not able to reach a certain area in any way, that it just fixes itself and the poo will fall into the ground or like something like that. I'm not really sure if that is true, but that is the feeling I have actually since ever the start of playing the game. Like if they're not really able to reach it because of an island or anything like that, I have the feeling the game fixes it automatically. But do correct me if I'm wrong. I really would love to hear if you had issues with this and you were forced to add a bridge or anything to your islands. I'm super curious to hear more about that. And someone else was asking me, can you share these habitats on the Steam workshop? Now, honestly, I am not really someone that uploads a lot to the workshop. I mostly do that when I have my zoo finished and I upload the zoo file. And sometimes I upload a few of the habitats if I'm able to, or sometimes a few of the buildings if I'm able to. But I'm saying if I'm able to because a lot of times there are just so many issues with just uploading a habitat build. Like in this case, you have like a water section in between, which I'm not really able to add in the blueprint. And it also always is a little bit messy when I try to upload my things to the workshop. Like it's not really set in stone that it's just like, oh yeah, here's a fence around it and everything inside is part of your blueprint. My habitats are always like a mixture of like nature around it and like not having the fence going all around the habitat, so not everything is part of the blueprint. I don't know, I'm just not really a fan of uploading these more, well, it's not really complicated, but it's more complicated if you want to put them down. It's not like as easy as a standard blueprint that you have in the game that you can use. So yeah, I always feel a little bit like meh, I don't really want to upload my things to the workshop separately. I rather just upload my complete zoos instead. But I do understand that a lot of people would love to use a little bit more of my blueprints, but I'm just not really into like putting an hour into uploading one habitat just to make sure that everyone is able to use it and it's easy to use. I really don't know how I feel about that still. So yeah, for now I will just keep doing what I always do and just upload it when the whole zoo is finished, and then see from there how easy it is to maybe upload a few separate habitats. So hope you guys understand, but if you do things like this, and especially when you're making like complete buildings, like I always use the example of my reptile house. And the reptile house, like the building itself is awesome, but the building itself is too many pieces to upload to the workshop because it's way more pieces than 4,000 pieces. And then you have like 5 different habitats in the reptile house, which you can make a blueprint of. But then you have like really weird, complicated, like have a fifth of the reptile house in one blueprint, and then you have to put it all together. It's all just really messy. Or have to decide to delete all the habitats in the reptile house first and all the fences, and then I have to make one big blueprint out of the reptile house itself. Which takes a lot of time, and you want to do it right, you want to make sure that everything looks well. I don't know, I'm just not really up for those kind of things, I guess. I just want to create habitats, record them for you guys, and not spend hours to make sure that a blueprint works. I don't know. I hope I don't sound selfish, but I don't know. I'm not really a fan of the blueprint mechanics in the game, I guess. So I think that just turns me off. So one other question I got was, did this boat ride inspiration come from the river safari in Singapore? And that is so correct. I did use indeed inspiration of the Singapore boat ride. I recommend everyone to watch that video that is online. I will try to find it and put it in the description down below. It is such a beautiful and amazing boat ride. So I definitely use inspiration out of that boat ride, and it's just super amazing to build something else for a change. Like we keep building zoos, and we now have Inama Zoo, of course, with a safari boat, with a safari jeep ride, which is really cool. And now we have a boat ride, and then we have a normal zoo. So I really like it to have different types of series going on right now on the channel, and just playing around with the different types of rides in the game. So that is really awesome. So yeah, thank you guys so much for all your questions and suggestions. Do let me know in the comment section down below if you have any other questions. Now, without further talking, please do enjoy the rest of the last minute of a speed build video, and I will see you guys at the end of this video to show you guys around. So from our jaguar habitat, we continue our safari boat ride journey right to here. As you can see, here is the koala habitat. Hello, Bode. So we go through a lot of elephant grass to make sure that the jaguars are not able to get into this section. And as you can see, this is a pretty narrow area. I really wanted to have this a little bit more narrow. And we have some really cute koalas in here and this beautiful tree. Let me check right now. This is the stingy wood eucalyptus tree that I used to have this overhang. I think this works super well with this tree. And obviously the koalas are still able to climb into these trees and having like the same thing for this palm tree. They're also able to climb in the palm trees, and I think that looks just super amazing, and it's beautiful and lush habitat right over here. And we have a hidden keeper door on that side right over there, and I think this just works super well. We have a lot of koalas in here. Thank God this is sandbox mode, so we don't have any issues with it. But I think this just looks really nice if you just move along right over here and then see some koalas in here. The only downside of this whole safari ride is that I would love to have stops in here. Now I can do that with adding some stations, but that just doesn't look well. Like for a track, for a Jeep ride, you can just hide the track, but you can't really do that with a boat ride. So that is kind of pity. I really would love to see some stops in here like we have in Planet Coaster, to make sure that the boat ride would just stop right over here, and then you can have like a longer look into the koala habitat on this side. But yeah, it is what it is, I guess. So there's the boat coming again. So let's go and move to the kangaroo habitat. So we go through right over here, and then we have a more open area on this side. We have a very sandy and more desert-ish look habitat for the kangaroos, and they have a little bit more terrain forming and some more drier plants and stuff, and I think just looks just really well. Oh my goodness, we have some fighting camels here. Oh my god, we did I say camels again? I did say it again. I don't know what it is. It's kangaroos, not camels. I know. I feel so stupid. I keep saying kangaroos or camels. It's amazing. It's amazing. Anyways, we have a kangaroo habitat right over here and some cute little babies. And I think this just looks really nice for a variation on this boat ride. I think that this looks just really cool. And having the kangaroos just drink here, I think this is just super amazing to have a boat ride going through this type of habitat. So the next habitat is going to be for the dingoes. So that is going to be exciting. They will have some kind of bridge going over the track or the boat ride. So that is going to be super amazing. So yeah, do let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think of this new habitat, or two habitats basically, for the koala and the kangaroo for a safari boat ride. Let me know in the comment section down below. And if you have any other questions or suggestions, also do let me know in the comment section down below. Leave a like at the video if you guys enjoyed, and subscribe of course if you haven't already. And I really hope to see you guys all in the next one, or maybe in my live streams. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye guys!